Good morning, I'm Doug High.
And I'm Erica Bivens. We interrupt your broadcast with a special report this morning. A procession is underway for Scott County Sheriff's Deputy Caleb Conley. As we reported last night, Conley was shot during a routine traffic stop last night. He was taken to the hospital where he later died.
An escort of Deputy Conley is happening this morning, expected to start around 10, about 30 minutes ago. The route seen here, I-64 east to Paynes Depot. Deputies say they'll then proceed around the bypass to Broadway, onto Main Street, and then back around the bypass towards 62 to Ware's Funeral Home in Cynthiana.
We got word just about 15-20 minutes ago. They had just passed Midway. ABC 36's Justin Walker is standing by live this morning in Scott County. Justin, tell us exactly where you're at and what you've been able to see out there so far.
Well, Erica, Doug, I'm on Falmouth Road, which is just outside of Ware Funeral Home, where they're bringing Conley's body to. I'm going to step out of the way just so we can get a better picture of what's happening out here. We're not far from Highway 27 here in Cynthiana. Now we're seeing people come in to line the streets. A lot of law enforcement officers, a lot of first responders from other areas, community members and supporters are all lining the streets along this route as they make their way closer to the funeral home. We've seen a huge flag that's been draped over the road where that procession is coming through just about a mile away or so. We know, like, the deputy has been described as a great deputy who loved his job. He's won awards. And so far, that is what we're seeing right now. Of course, people are still gathering out here on the roadway, on their way up to the funeral home. People are still coming out. There's actually family members over here, over my shoulder. They're waiting as well. So seeing just a lot of people coming out to support this officer and his family as they make their way closer to the funeral home.
Okay, Justin, appreciate that. 35 years old.
Yeah, a family man described as a veteran. You heard from the sheriff last night out of Scott County saying he was just an incredible deputy, that he was described as a go-getter by so many and well-loved.
Yes, a lifetime of service, 8 years in the Army, followed by 4 years with Scott County.
Yeah, 35. Life cut way too short.
For sure. Well, the man charged with the murder of Deputy Conley was arrested last night.
Stephen Cheshong is charged with murder. The Fayette County Detention Center also saying he's charged with robbery as well as assault. Now, the suspect is also accused in a Lexington robbery that happened on Georgetown Road yesterday that sent a person to the hospital.
Yeah, it happened just before 6 last night at Rose and Jim's Bar and Grill. Police say Cheshong allegedly shot the victim and then stole his car. Police say they found the stolen vehicle on Whitney Avenue using the city's Flock license plate reader system and traffic cameras. Officers say that Cheshong was arrested a short time later at a home on Charles Avenue. Well, as details unfolded last night, ABC 36's Anna Medina was there and had reaction as the department now grieves the loss of one of their brothers.
He was a damn good deputy, and he loved his job. He took it very serious, and was out there today doing his job, and look what happened to him. A coward coming through our county on I-75 took his life, took him away from his family.
Those with the Sheriff's Department are grieving the loss of one of their own. One described as a go-getter, the perfect fit for this job, but whose career and whose life were cut extremely short. 35-year-old Caleb Conley was shot during a traffic stop on I-75 at the 127 on Monday afternoon. Now, deputies saying that the suspect fled and now is in custody, but they're not here in Scott County.
Deputy Conley's been with us for 4 years. Before that, he served the United States Army for 8 years, and he was an excellent asset to our staff.
Those with the department say this is their first fatal officer-involved shooting, adding that this is a feeling they've never wanted to experience. Sheriff Tony Hampton adding that the loss of Conley is tremendous for the department, adding that he leaves behind a family.
Be as careful and diligent as you can in doing your duties, because that one traffic stop can be the last, and we don't want to see this ever happen again.
Now, the department also expressing gratitude for other law enforcement agencies as well as for the community for the support they've shown to the department, adding that for those interested in supporting the Conley family, they'll be releasing those details later this week. In Scott County, Anna Medina, ABC 36 on your side.
Well, those tributes are pouring in for Sheriff's Deputy Caleb Conley. On Facebook, the Louisville Metro Police Department offering condolences to his family and to the men and women of the Scott County Sheriff's Office.
And on Twitter, Governor Andy Beshear asking for prayers for Conley's family and his fellow officers. The governor also saying in part, quote, "This hero made the ultimate sacrifice, and we will be forever grateful," end quote.
You think about when you lose an officer, this is an entire brethren of people that have come together not only across the state, but really we're seeing officers from across the borders now coming in to make their way as part of the procession. We do want to read a couple other tweets that have come in this morning. Lexington Mayor Linda Gordon sharing condolences, saying, "The Bluegrass wakes up this morning with a heavy heart after the death of Scott County Sheriff's Deputy Caleb Conley. These days are so hard for our law enforcement community and our state. Please join me in keeping Deputy Conley's colleagues, friends, and family in your prayers." Certainly not the only sentiment coming across today.
No, the community in mourning for sure in Kentucky. Well, we are trying to get a live shot up here of the procession, but I don't know if we have him or not.
Looks like we have ABC 36's Justin Walker standing by. Justin, do we have you live out there? If you can give us an update quickly as you wrap things up here on that procession route.
Yeah, we are still waiting right out on the phone. So far, we have not seen the procession route come through this area just yet. We know it's on the way. We know it could be here any second. But once again, we are seeing family members. We're seeing law enforcement officers, supporters, and the community coming out here along the road, waiting for the procession route as people honor this deputy that died yesterday. Of course, people continue to pour into this parking lot right here. We are, of course, just right away, not far at all from the funeral home over here, but people are continually pouring into this parking lot as they come out here and get ready to line the street. We're seeing more and more people out here. We're seeing people on their tailgates. We're seeing people on the streets. We know a lot more people.
A lot happening, of course, out there. We'll be tracking the very latest for you on air and online, WTVQ.com. Again, funeral arrangements have not yet been announced. We'll, of course, keep you updated there.
Absolutely. More coming up on ABC 36 News at noon. And now, back to your regular programming.